What is up everyone, my name's Al from Games Re-Up, and today I bring you the premiere of the released version, or the to-be released version, now available version of After the Fall. That's right, the Quake Total Conversion has finally been released and it's here for us to take a look at. Is there any bugs? Is there any massive issues here? Or is this just a really well done total conversion of Quake? A mod that, got pretty much left behind until Pip Naylor came and rescued it from the, history books, and here it is. Let's take a look. Am I right in saying that is one hell of a way to present a game? Am I not? What a premiere we are here. We are looking at After the Fall for the Sega Dreamcast. As you will know, I have taken a look at the sort of beta version, or the beta version I should say, of After the Fall. And now we're looking at the actual release version. So you're going to see this is all very similar, apart from a few different additions, sort of level arrangement and things like that. Now, as you're seeing, it starts exactly like the beta version did. First level here with essentially I call it a tunnel, kind of sewer entrance, where you get to pick up your shotgun and, you're pressing your first button. Yeah, that's right, your first button. I'm not really sure that I could really hype that up much more. It's just a button press. Now, obviously, the shotgun is the best weapon in this game. It always is the best weapon in games like Quake, Doom, everything like that. Shotgun is the best, and it's the, it's the gun I really liked in this game. Don't get me wrong, though, the chain gun is great as well, but, the shotgun. Who doesn't love the shotgun? As you can hear, sound effects here, really nice, clear sound effects. The graphics, they're looking pretty decent. Now, like I said, or like I will later on go to say, there are different engines available out there, but this is the one that Pip has decided to use. The one big thing I'm not a massive fan on is the fact that there are really there's no checkpoints here. It's as if as soon as you die, you return straight back to the first part of the game. So I'd say make sure that you're saving quite often, because if you don't save, you're going to be returning to the beginning of the whole level all over again. And that's something you really don't want to be doing. Obviously, as you can tell, there is a couple issues in regards to getting stuck. Although this is in the README file if you take a look, so it's a known issue from the original game way back when. And at the day, you've kind of got to applaud Pip for he hasn't messed around with the source material too much. He's kind of left the original bugs in it. It makes it almost a little bit more authentic. And as I said, there's not a huge amount that Pip has really had to change from the beta version. Now, he has, like I said, he has rearranged the levels so they play in the proper order, but obviously that also means we're now going to see other levels on here, or other parts of levels that we didn't see in the beta version. As you can see, all playing very similar to the beta version, although a little bit more polished. I'd actually say this isn't as dark as the beta version. Now, I don't know if that was just my original playthrough, my kind of recording, but this seems a little bit brighter and a little bit more polished. And, at the end of the day, this is the release version, so it is going to be that much more polished. It seems a lot more stable, and when I mean stable, I just mean it's not as, I don't know, if I was the only one who experienced it originally, but it just seemed a little bit, controls seemed a little bit slidey. Does that make sense? Although part of me kind of thinks that was the way the game was originally made. Now, this would obviously play different with a keyboard and mouse, so, porting this over to work with the Dreamcast, controller is quite a great feat, because a lot of games do not transfer over very well on the Dreamcast when they were designed to have a keyboard and mouse. Now, this is always the same with the Quake games, or even the Doom games on this platform. Obviously, none of these were originally released, but now that we're seeing them on the Dreamcast, everyone seems to be doing a really good job, including Pip himself, in getting these to work and look well, and play well, I should say, on the Sega Dreamcast. Now, I know obviously I forgot to say, After the Fall, it's a collector keycard, open a door kind of shooter. It's very classic in its element. It's just obviously, as we call it, a total Quake conversion mod, where it's a whole different story, different enemies, different background, etc. But in its core, you can quite easily tell this is Quake 1. It really is Quake 1. Which I won't knock it for, because this is a good looking, good playing, this is just a good mod for Quake 1, and, you know, at the end of the day, I'm kind of glad Pip done this, or, you know, ported this over to the Sega Dreamcast, because no one else up to this point had even tried. And I don't know why, because it's one of those kind of lost mods that some people knew about, but never really talked about all that much, which is really, really strange to me, because this is it's a nice original idea, it's got a sci-fi element to it, it's very, very different. Now what I'm going to do now is let's move to the real Alex, and let's have a nice little rundown and a nice little listen to my final thoughts. I'm going to end this review by saying, you know, at the end of the day, this is a really well done port over to the Sega Dreamcast. Now don't get me wrong, there's a few things that I would do differently, bearing in mind I am not a developer. Now, there's obviously reasons he's chose certain engines and things like that. There's two engines I'd use. Obviously, there's a Rad Quake engine by Ian Michael, then you've got the new Quake engine, which is more of a graphically impressive version, whereas Rad Quake is more speed. But, you know, obviously there's a reason that he's used the engines that he's wanted to use. The other thing is, yeah, there was a couple small issues, but like I said, these were already known. This is not because of what Pip's done. These are issues that he can't resolve due to him not having necessarily the original files or original development files at his disposal. So obviously he can't get over everything because, you know, he doesn't have the original source material. So yeah, I mean, this is a really good Quake mod essentially to play on the Sega Dreamcast. It's old school difficult, it's not easy, this will keep you coming back for more. Although, like I said, the problem with this kind of game is people look at this now and say, you know, I got to a bit, as you can see right now, where I got stuck essentially looking for a place to go on the game. And obviously, if you've never played After the Fall, you're not going to know what to do. There's a lot of hidden buttons, a lot of different things like that. You know, at the end of the day, again, this is no mockery of what Pip's done, because at the end of the day, he didn't originally create this, someone else did, or another group of people did. So he's just kind of porting over what he can onto a playable version on the Sega Dreamcast, and you got to give him a hand for that. Anyway, I've been out from Games Rep. I hope you've liked this review. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon.